nuts to it. Let's go see somewhere else for the final video of this series. Maybe I might play more of Miasmata. Miasmata? But, I can't say I'm, like, any particular, like, I have to, like, complete the, I have to, like, get the cure or some shit. I can do whatever I want. I'm gonna go exploring. I don't think I need the bioluminescent fungus to cure myself, though. I do. Welp. Fucking shows me, right? Let's go back. I mean... yeah. I mean, if I was going to continue this game at some point, then I'd actually want to make progress on finding the cure. In order for me to cure myself, all the ingredients I need is that bioluminescent algae. Yep. So we're gonna have to grab it. One way or another. Maybe I should have looked up on the internet for like an image of how this looks, right? That would have been smart. I also didn't note the possibility of cutting this out. But, well, you have a YouTube timeline you can use to skip ahead if you're still watching the series. I don't think the game's bad. I'm somewhat interested in it. I don't think it's a complete waste of time or garbage. I think Robert's a pain in the ass for me to control. But not overly so. Some of the fun that I've had playing this game has come from Robert being all crazy like it. Maybe that changes once you get the cure for him. Maybe he moves better. Part of his instabilities might very well come from just him being sick. Which seems reasonable to me. I wouldn't say that it doesn't make sense. I forget how far I need to go down. Come on, Bob. Look at those storm clouds. That's a pretty neat graphical effect. Yeah, pretty neat graphics overall in this game, I'd say. I wish I could be able to, I wish I could, like, zoom in on the map. It does bother me. That you can only, that the game only auto-zooms in on specific locations. I'd like to be able to track this more specifically. How have I immediately forgotten, like, how is it immediately no longer marking my position, right? Okay. So I need to follow the coastline. Is that like an inlet, you'd call that? Go up there, and trek all the way through, like, the bog area. Okay. And then wait for dark. And hope the creature isn't around to torment me. Ah, shit. Get out of the water. Get... Out of the water! Why, Robert? Why? Can you not stand there? You are intentionally pissing me off. Make some movements here! Well, Robert, good news. We've lost the knife. I hate you. Does that watch look like it's updating to you? Is that minute hand moving? Extremely slowly, perhaps? No. No, whenever you look at the watch, it does not update. Fascinating. I'll miss you, knife. You're going to help protect me, so that I, didn't need a light source to scare away the creature. I'm not in the best position to make it to that, thin piece there. Okay, maybe I am. Yeah, it's Robert. Dun da da da. I know, I would like to keep that zoomed in look, as I've noted before. Yeah, this area that has the algae is within this bog region right here. This was certainly a better way for me to approach it, I guess. I could have perhaps skipped the creature. And how did the map look? Algae. Okay. And it should be within this bog. I hope. And hopefully I'll be able to see it, since I won't be running around in panic. Like, maybe I could grab it? That's a rock. I thought I actually had grabbed it, and I was about to say, like, Welp? That'd been pretty entertaining. Why didn't that happen? That'd have been great comedic value. I'd probably pelt the creature with a rock. It's nice to have something around for protection. It's just Rockfest 2015. We're at the wait, what, like another in-game hour? See, I don't think the game is rubbish. It's had its entertaining moments. But, just not my style of game. Certainly do have objectives, and you certainly do have the free-form capability to go on about those objectives. The game has some engagement value. I'm just not that much interested. Mortified the Penguin certainly could have requested I play worse games, though. I'd had the misconception that Miasmata was a horror-style game. Survival, adventure, horror type thing, where you have to, like, mill around and fucking survive. I guess I knew, like, a creature was involved in some of the shenanigans. thankfully, it's not the case. Like, Robert fucking skidding around to hell and back is more horrifying than the creature. That was an interesting image. It's a froggy. That froggy disappeared. The nice ambient sounds. Music How by Blind Panic. I ended up in Ruin B.
Hopefully the creature doesn't come back around here. I would be curious to know whether there's like just one of those things, or like 1,700 of those things, or like whether they just like appear within a region whenever you like walk into the region. I don't know like how dynamic the world is. I don't know whether it keeps track of everything on the map, or like rather what the radius around you it keeps track of. But it certainly seemed like we didn't encounter the creature until we went into this area.
So it wasn't like a timer thing. I also don't know whether there's like an in-game deadline for how many days you have before shit goes tits up. I think the game is $15 on GOG right now, $14.99. I can't say it would be worth that price, but then again, it's just not a style of game I enjoy. These days, of course, games have gotten rather inexpensive, just with the passage of time, and the fact that there's a glut of video games out there in the market right now, which is pretty nice. It compared to, say, you know, gamer hobbyists 10, 20 years ago, 30 years ago. I guess I can grab another trumpet. I don't think I need one, though. I won't. But yeah. Games, there's just so much of a glut of games, of course, that it creates competition among game creators. Which is great, because it gives us nice prices for our video games. So many of the people that I know, and I'm sure many of you viewers, suffer from an excessive glut of video games. I'm gonna go get fucking Robert killed. Like, normally, like, things before I became an adult. Like, there's like a few games that I got for Christmas that just never ended up being that good or that well, that I didn't put that much time in. But compare that to basically since the dawning of like electronic game cloud storage, like digital distributors, like say Valve with Steam, or GOG, or Ubisoft's Uplay, or I suppose even Origin, or Stardock before GameStop bought it, Stardock's Impulse, became like the GameStop app. So much readily available like ways to buy video games, like Direct-to-Drive before that. I'm not well enough to make a coherent and cohesive opinion right now on this, or rather, a declaration of my opinion. Point being that we're able to get video games, quality video games, that we'll sink plenty of hours into on the cheap. Compared to our ancestors. My mom, who made a Mario Kart joke to me yesterday, after we went out for lunch, which was pretty entertaining. I was like, I'm going to tell my friends. I thought that was glowing. That was. Alright. Neat. We didn't even have to wait for, like, perfect pitch darkness. Alright. Fantastic. I thought we'd have to wait for longer. I'll take it. Hopefully we don't drop it. How about that timing, folks? So yeah. I know so many, to get back to my point, I know so many viewers who have dozens of games they've gotten through, like, cheap deals that they thought that they would end up taking advantage of at some point, or, like, games they actually were never going to end up playing in the first place, but they got it through one of those bundles that has become popular since Humble Bundle became a thing. What was that, back in 2010? It was. Admittedly, there's still a few games from that original bundle that I haven't actually played. I seldom partake in the bundling, though. Pretty much my experience in knowing that I hadn't played a few games from that first one leads me to conclude that, you know what, it's not a good thing. I like to, I don't like to buy games unless I'm actually going to play them. And I know for sure that I'm going to play them. And I usually end up refusing game gifts, unless it's something that I specifically want and know I'm going to play. And that does not inherently include everything that might, say, be on my Steam... What the hell was that, Robert? He, like, wagged his finger in the air or some shit. That doesn't inherently include anything that I might, say, have on a wish list. Some people like to use my, say, Steam wish list as a guide. It's certainly a better idea than not. But I've sent back dozens of gifts in my time to folks, just because I knew that it'd be wasted on me. I wouldn't play the game. I'm trying to avoid falling in the water so much that he loses the bioluminescent algae. Are you kidding me right now, Robert? Fucking need to utilize the train that's coming to fucking take this asshole's ass away. So yeah, there was some tangential off-topic reflection about things, video games. Also, if I sound like I've been speaking with a loud outdoor voice, outside voice, I got a very powerful sound-canceling headset for Christmas. Of course, I still use a different microphone to talk, but I wanted a new headset. I had the last one for like 3 years, and the padding on the headphones was non-existent. It had all fallen off. But it sounds like I'm constantly talking underwater, and so I noticed in the broadcast that I did on Grimness Day, or Christmas Day, as some people might call it, I was speaking louder to compensate. Just reflexively. I've tried to alter myself from doing that, but it's a thing. But no, not the worst game I've ever played, this. I mean, I don't think it'd be inherently bad for me to play more of it. I'm just not immediately interested in playing more of it. One of the reasons why I do like going down the Rewarding the Rewarders list is that it does expose me to games I wouldn't otherwise play. Like, take, for example, Arcanum. Wasn't the worst game I ever played either. And it's not a style of game I enjoy, as I will always prefer tabletop RPGs over digital ones. That being said, wasn't that bad of an experience. It's just not something I would have done otherwise. A Toeful Boyfriend, the pigeon dating sim. Not something I would have done otherwise. Okay.
Let's go in and inspect the bioluminescent algae that we worked very hard to obtain. One of the 3 components we need to cure our condition. Okay. A tiny freshwater weed, likely in the dark. It illuminates a bright blue-green. Found in shallow, well-shaded pools. This algae performs a photo-emitting chemical reaction. I was able to isolate the active... I might need more than 3 things. Like, I need to be able to create Agent Y, and I need 2 other big-time components besides Agent Y.
Chemical stabilizer, huh? Okay. And then I would need Agent X and then Agent Z. And I'd have to find the chemical stabilizer plant somewhere around. Alright. That's fine. Okay. Not bad. Well, this takes care of the playthrough for now. I can't say for sure that I won't return to it. I might at some point. Someone might change their request for me to play more of this game. I reckon I'd be alright with that. I don't have a problem with people changing their requests. At all. But I'm going to take so long to fulfill them, and I certainly will. I don't expect to be done until 2017. And we're at the eve of 2016. Well, we're on the cusp of it, rather. It's fine with me, too. Okay. Hope you enjoyed our time together. I'll see you at another Let's Go With It adventure. It is a shame that we don't really get to enjoy more of the music in this game, right? It, like, plays on the menus, and, like, there's, like, sound cues. It makes me feel like I actually got quite a few vibes from Jurassic Park Trespasser. Now that's one hell of a game. I really did, walking around here and exploring. Although Jurassic Park Trespasser is definitely a different style. Well, I mean, it's an exploration game too, I'd say. But it's more action-oriented with all of the dinosaurs you end up fighting. But, like, the music makes me think of it. The graphics, too, to some extent.
All we need is, like, John Hammond providing voice work in the background. We'd be good to go. Alright. See you folks in future Let's Get On With It adventures. Take care, and, well, if you're watching this in the moment, Happy New Year.
At least we get to listen to the rain instead of Robert's breathing, huh? It's a terrible all-terrain vehicle.
Not bad, Joe Johnson and Bob Johnson. Not bad at all.
I do like listening to the rain.